You are currently experiencing a very specific, almost electrical phenomenon in your field of vision, where the life you have built for yourself is starting to look like a stage set that is slowly being dismantled while you are still standing on it. This is not a mental breakdown, and it is certainly not a midlife crisis, although the symptoms might mimic those things to the untrained eye. For those of you born between October 23rd and November 21st, this sensation is actually a sophisticated biological and spiritual alarm system that has finally come online after years of being dormant. You are walking into rooms you used to love, your office, your local coffee shop, maybe even your own living room, and suddenly feeling a wave of nausea or a sharp, cold clarity that tells you, without a single word being spoken, that you have overstayed your welcome in this version of your reality. Most people ignore this. They push it down with distractions, with scrolling, with food, or with noise. But you cannot afford to ignore it because this silent warning is the only thing standing between you and a repetition of a cycle you swore you would break. Before we dissect exactly what these 7 silent warnings are and why they are screaming at you right now, I need to introduce myself properly. I am Madam Tina. I have spent the better part of 25 years decoding the intricate, often messy language of the stars and the human spirit, helping people stop fighting their nature and start weaponizing it for their own success. I don't deal in fluff, and I don't sell false hope. I am here to give you the tactical advantage because I know that right now you feel like you are walking through a minefield blindfolded. You need to watch this until the very end because we are going to talk about why your sudden intolerance for lies is actually a superpower, how to handle the inevitable isolation that comes next, and the specific financial door that opens only when you stop knocking on the ones that are sealed shut. The first silent warning you are receiving is a physical rejection of inauthenticity. In the past, you were a master of the masquerade. You could sit at a dinner table with people you secretly despised, smile, nod, and play the game because that is what survival required. You could listen to a partner lie to your face and keep your expression blank, banking that information for later use. But recently, that ability has fractured. Now, when you are in the presence of deception or shallow behavior, your body reacts before your brain can intervene. You might feel a sudden migraine, your throat might close up, or you might feel an overwhelming urge to simply stand up and walk out of the room without an excuse. This is your system upgrading its firmware. You are losing the ability to be fake because your soul is preparing you for a role where absolute integrity is the currency. The universe, or the great architect of this design, is stripping away your camouflage. It is dangerous to be this exposed, yes, but it is also liberating. You are becoming a human lie detector test, not just for others, but for yourself. The warning here is simple. If you stay in situations where you have to wear a mask, you will get sick, physically sick. The tolerance is gone. This connects directly to the second warning, which is the sudden, terrifying silence of your own intuition regarding certain people. Usually your gut is loud. It tells you, watch out for him, or she is hiding something. But lately, you might look at a close friend or a family member and feel nothing. It is a blank static. This void is terrifying for a Scorpio because you rely on your radar to navigate the world. However, this silence is not a malfunction. It is an eviction notice. When your intuition stops engaging with someone, it means there is no more energy exchange to be had. The contract is void. You aren't getting a warning signal because there is no threat, but there is also no growth. They have become background noise in the movie of your life. The danger here is that you might try to force a connection, to poke the dynamic just to get a reaction, because even a bad reaction feels better than this cold neutrality. Do not do that. Respect the dead air. It is the sound of a chapter ending. You are being asked to walk away without the explosion, without the big fight, and without the dramatic closure you usually crave. The third warning manifests as a strange, unprovoked nostalgia that feels more like a haunting. You might find yourself suddenly flooded with memories of a betrayal from 10 years ago or a loss that you thought you had processed. You aren't thinking about it on purpose. It just invades your quiet moments while you are driving or washing dishes. This is not because you are stuck in the past. It is because your internal filing system is doing a final audit. Scorpio energy holds on to data. You remember every slight, every kindness, and every secret. But to move into the expansion coming in the next 2 years, you cannot carry all these cold cases with you. The memories are surfacing so you can look at them one last time, realize they no longer hold an emotional charge, and delete the file. If you engage with the memory and start feeling the anger all over again, you fail the test. The warning is, review, do not relive. And this is your psychic basement being cleared out to make room for new furniture. If you keep holding on to the rusty tools of your past traumas, you will have nowhere to put the new instruments of your power. Moving deeper into the warnings, we encounter the fourth signal, which is perhaps the most confusing one for your specific astrological makeup. The sudden evaporation of your desire for revenge, or setting the record straight. For a Scorpio, the concept of justice is baked into your bones. If someone hurt you, your natural instinct was always to balance the scales, even if it took years. You were the grandmaster of the long game. But right now, you might hear a rumor about an enemy, or see an ex doing well, or realize someone is taking credit for your work, and instead of that familiar hot spike of rage, you feel a profound, exhausting boredom. You simply do not care. This apathy is not depression. It is elevation. You are realizing that your energy is too expensive to spend on people who cannot afford you. This silent warning is telling you that you have graduated from the battlefield. You no longer need to prove you are dangerous. Your absence is more punishing than your presence ever could be. When you withdraw your attention from those who wronged you, you starve them. They were feeding on your reaction, on your intensity. By becoming indifferent, you are cutting off their food supply. It feels weird, almost like you are losing your edge, but in reality, you are sharpening your blade for a much bigger fight. The fight for your own destiny, not against someone else's. This leads us directly into the fifth warning, which is the glass wall phenomenon in your social life. You are physically present at gatherings, at work happy hours, or family reunions, but you feel like there is a thick pane of glass between you and everyone else. You can see them moving their mouths, you can hear the sounds, but you cannot connect. The small talk feels excruciating, like dragging your fingernails across a chalkboard. You used to be able to fake interest in the weather or the local gossip, but now it feels like a violation of your spirit. This isolation is intentional. You are being placed in a spiritual quarantine. The people around you are vibrating at a frequency of maintenance. They want to maintain the status quo, keep things nice, keep things surface level. You are vibrating at a frequency of transformation. You want to burn it down and build something real. These two states cannot mix. The warning here is, stop trying to break the glass. You are not meant to fit back in. You are separating because you are preparing to lead, and leaders often have to walk the path alone before they can guide others. I want to pause here for just a second, right in the middle of this deep dive, because I can feel the tension in some of you. I know this idea of being separated, of feeling like an alien in your own life, is heavy. It can feel like a punishment. But look at me. It is a promotion. If you are sitting there nodding your head, feeling like I am reading the text messages you never sent, then you are exactly where you need to be. You have found your tribe. We don't do small talk here. We do deep truth. I want you to take a quick second to hit that subscribe button, not for me, but for yourself, as a commitment to this new standard of living. And tell me in the comments below, what is the one conversation you are dreading right now because you know you can't fake it anymore? Put it in writing. Let's release that pressure valve together. Okay, let's get back to the work. The warning continues with an intense shift in how others perceive you. You might notice that people are suddenly intimidated by you, even when you are being perfectly nice. You walk into a meeting and the room goes quiet. You ask a simple question and people stumble over their words. You aren't doing anything aggressive, but your aura has become dense and heavy with authority. This is the Shadow King or Shadow Queen archetype activating. In the past, you might have tried to shrink yourself to make others comfortable, laughing off your intensity or playing the fool. The warning is clear. Do not shrink. The fear you see in their eyes is actually respect mixed with the realization that they cannot manipulate you. You have lost the scent of prey. Predators know they can't hunt another predator. This intimidation factor is a tool. Use it. It will filter out the weak and the deceitful before they even get close to you. You are not responsible for managing other people's insecurity around your power. Let them be uncomfortable. Their discomfort is the proof that you are standing in your truth. This directly impacts your professional life, which brings us to the warning of competence fatigue. You are likely very good at what you do. In fact, you are probably the person everyone relies on to fix the impossible problems. But lately, doing the things you are good at feels like wading through wet cement. You are bored to tears by your own competence. The tasks that used to make you feel accomplished now just feel like chores. This is because you have mastered this level. Scorpio energy is about death and rebirth. You cannot stay in a season of summer forever. You need the winter to kill off the old crops so the new ones can grow. The warning is telling you that your current job, or at least the way you are doing it, is dead. It is a corpse you are dragging around. You need a new mystery, a new crisis, a new puzzle that scares you a little bit. If you aren't slightly afraid of your next career move, it isn't big enough for you. Now we must address the financial and strategic implications of these warnings, specifically the sixth signal, the resource block. This is a tricky one. You might feel like the traditional ways you used to make money or gain security are drying up. The overtime isn't available, the bonus was smaller, or the clients are harder to close. It feels like the tap is being turned off. Panic is the natural reaction. But for a Scorpio, this is actually a redirection signal. You are being pushed away from labor and towards strategy. The universe is trying to tell you that you are no longer a worker bee. You are the architect of the hive. The money for you in the coming cycle, leading into 2026, is hidden in the dark places that others are too afraid to look at. This silent warning is urging you to pivot toward your natural talents for investigation, psychology, restoration, or crisis management. Think about the things people throw away or ignore. This could be literal, like flipping neglected real estate or restoring vintage items, or metaphorical, like helping businesses fix their broken internal cultures or helping people navigate their darkest traumas. Your wealth is hiding in the mess. The resource block you are feeling in your standard 9-to-5 is the universe slamming a door, so you will look for the window. You have a unique ability to see value where others see ruin. When you feel that financial squeeze, do not work harder at the thing that isn't working. Instead, stop and look at the trash around you. Look at the problems everyone is complaining about, but no one is solving. That is your gold mine. You are the alchemist. Your role is to take the lead weight of a bad situation and transmute it into gold. The silent warning is screaming, stop trading your time for money and start trading your insight for wealth. This leads to a very specific nuance regarding your competitive nature. The seventh warning is the feeling of being unseen in your competitive efforts. You might be doing excellent work, but no one is clapping. You hit a milestone and the room is silent. This lack of external validation is designed to break your addiction to applause. Scorpios can fall into the trap of doing things just to prove others wrong, to show the haters. But when the haters stop watching, who are you performing for? This silence is forcing you to internalize your locus of control. You must reach a point where your own estimation of your work is the only one that matters. This is the ultimate God-tier confidence. When you no longer need the world to tell you you are powerful, you become unstoppable. The warning is simple: clap for yourself or starve. There is also a warning hidden in your dreams and sleep patterns. Many of you are waking up between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. with a racing heart or a mind full of solutions to problems you haven't even encountered yet. This is not insomnia. It is a download. The veil is thin at that hour, and your subconscious is trying to hand you the blueprints for your next chapter. The mistake you are making is rolling over and looking at your phone. Instead, you need to capture this data. Keep a notebook by the bed. These fragmented thoughts are the keys to the resource block we just talked about. Your logical mind is too crowded during the day to receive the signal, so the answers are coming through the side door at night. If you ignore these nocturnal meetings, you will continue to feel stuck during the day. Let's talk about the secret keeper burden. You have spent a lifetime carrying other people's secrets. You know where the bodies are buried, metaphorically speaking, in your family or company. This weight is becoming unbearable. You might feel a physical heaviness in your chest or shoulders. The warning here is that you are carrying dead weight that doesn't belong to you. It is time to put it down. This doesn't mean exposing everyone and causing chaos, though you could if you wanted to. It means energetically releasing the responsibility for their choices. You are not the guardian of everyone else's reputation. By protecting them, you are often enabling them. The silent warning is a subtle pressure to step back and let the truth surface on its own. It always does. You don't need to be the dam holding back the water. You need to get out of the flood zone. This brings us to the concept of strategic vulnerability. As a Scorpio, you view vulnerability as a weakness, a chink in the armor where a knife can slide in. But the warning you are feeling, that intense loneliness, is telling you that your armor is now too thick. It is crushing you. You are safe, yes, but you are suffocating. The shift required here is to find safe spaces where you can take the helmet off. This connects back to the professional pivot. If you want to move into roles of consulting, healing, or leadership, you have to show a little bit of your human face. People trust leaders who have scars, not leaders who look like indestructible robots. The warning is the feeling of being misunderstood. You are misunderstood because you are hiding. To be seen, you must reveal. It is a calculated risk, but the return on investment is human connection, which is the one thing you are starving for. Finally, we arrive at the ultimate integration of these warnings, which leads to the formation of your legacy. The culmination of these signals is a profound sense of time collapse. You might feel like the last 10 years flew by in a second, yet yesterday feels like a year ago. This distortion is happening because you are aligning with your true purpose, and linear time becomes less relevant when you are operating from the soul. The anxiety you feel about running out of time to achieve your goals is a lie. It is a construct of the society you are leaving behind. The truth is, you are right on schedule. The heavy lifting you are doing now, the purging of objects, the cutting of ties, the restructuring of your career, is the foundation work for a skyscraper. You cannot rush the foundation. If you do, the structure collapses in the first storm. The silent warning of impatience is actually a reminder to respect the process of curing the concrete. You are moving toward a state of being that I call the sovereign eagle. In Scorpio mythology, the sign evolves from the scorpion, which crawls and stings, to the serpent, which sheds its skin, to the eagle, which flies above and sees the whole picture. Most of the pain you are feeling right now is the growing pains of wings. The crawling phase is over. The stinging phase, where you reacted to every little threat, is ending. You are currently on the cliff edge, looking down, terrified to launch. But the air currents are ready to catch you. This perspective shift means you will stop taking things personally. When someone lies to you, you won't get angry. You will just observe it from your height and adjust your flight path. When a chaotic event happens, you won't panic. You will use your eagle vision to spot the opportunity in the chaos. This maturation requires a final, brutal test of loyalty, but this time, it is loyalty to yourself. You will be presented with a golden handcuffs situation. An offer will come, a job, a relationship, a deal that looks perfect on paper. It will offer you safety, money, and status. But your gut, that silent alarm we spoke about in the beginning, will scream no. This is the final exam. If you take the safe path that betrays your soul, you reset the cycle. If you walk away from the shiny trap and choose the uncertain path that feels true, you unlock the abundance of 2026. This is why you have been feeling that heaviness or repulsion we started this conversation with. It is your soul training you to say no to the good so you can say yes to the magnificent. The fear of the unknown is natural, but for you, the unknown is where you thrive. You were born for the deep water. You were designed to navigate the dark. The warnings are not there to stop you. They are there to steer you. Every time you feel that nausea, that silence, that boredom, or that intimidation, recognize it as data. It is the dashboard of your life telling you to change gears. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are simply in the cockpit of a very powerful machine, learning how to fly it manually for the first time. The autopilot is off. You are in control. I want you to take a moment and just breathe into that space in your chest where the anxiety usually sits. Imagine it turning into fuel. You are the architect of your destruction and your reconstruction. That is the Scorpio way. It is a beautiful, messy, glorious cycle. Thank you so much for trusting me with your time and your energy today. It is a privilege to speak to souls as ancient and complex as yours. We are building a sanctuary here for people who are tired of the fake, tired of the shallow, and ready for the deep work. If this message resonated with that silent alarm ringing in your gut, please click that subscribe button. Join us. And I really want to hear from you in the comments. Share your victory or share your pain. Tell me about the glass wall or the golden handcuffs. Your story helps someone else feel less crazy. We are all walking this ridge together. And if you are ready to understand exactly how to monetize that hidden talent we talked about, there is a video appearing on your screen right now that dives into the specifics of turning your shadow into your fortune. Click it, and let's keep climbing. Blessings to you, always.